Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
Do we have a show lined up for you today? The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, "What do you think you are? Some kind of Hotep Jesus?"
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat, Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
Let's put the disclaimer up. Dre's right, it might get a little spicy today.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of Hotep Nation. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the happenings on the streets, be they the Twitter streets, the YouTube streets, or the streets of Exton, Pennsylvania, may not be disseminated without express written consent from Hotep Nation. If you can't come up with your own award shows, show segments, merch, or other product ideas, just give us a call. Hotep Nation is more than happy to help you grow your brand if the price is right. But stop stealing our shit. Come up with some original ideas or cut the check. Or at least drop a super chat. Damn. You really think we don't know you're watching?
Strong Dad June is here. Coupon code Strong Dad June over at menoforder.com. Go get you some Apex. Go get you some Flow. Combine, that's Flowpex. Make sure you take advantage. Who's in the chat? Jabari Kelson. What up, Jabari? Tim Taylor, Fresh Mike, Strong Dad, Angelia, Sauce, The Prophet, Dre, DJ Protocols in the house, Haram Life, Jay Pylon is in the house. Happy Hotep Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. You know, we gets it in on Thursdays. Thursdays are always extra spicy. I'm telling you right now, stay for the entire show. Because today, your eyes will be opened. I'm going to go to some topics, and then we'll get to the core. Sonny Johnson in the chat. We're going to get to the core of what today's show is all about. But first, we got to start off with some laughs. We got to have a little fun. Let's have a little fun before we get all serious. I forgot to play this yesterday because we got so caught up in the Sneeko situation. Why is this? Oh, here we go. AOC on Solana. Woke Diaries. Woke Princess Diaries. Let's take a look.
Hello, passengers. Please remember, some men can get pregnant. What the hell? What's happening to me? Listen, everyone, I don't give two fucks. But I'm telling you, right now, that some men can get periods.
I feel strange. I feel like there are no people of color piloting this aircraft.
We don't deserve to be pilots, man. We're not even oppressed.
Hurry, Fred. We must kneel and do our oppression prayers in solidarity with pilots of color. Kneel with me, friend.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Alexandra is her name, and social justice is her game. It's the Woke Princess Diaries. The Woke Princess Diaries.
Comrade, what's the situation on the ground?
They're calling it Woke 19.
Woke 19?
It turns victims into mindless woke zombies that basically get offended by everything.
Oh my God, Congresswoman, that sounds fucking incredible.
It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna have purple hair, pronouns, and most importantly, everyone's finally gonna cut their dicks off.
Dismantle the patriarchy. Wait, what?
So here's the plan. Nothing. We let it spread.
Agreed. Let's wake up the world.
I mean, how bad can it be?
Raindrops are falling on my head.
The gay frogs have breached the perimeter.
Frankly, please refer to me by my tremendous pronouns of God and Emperor.
We'll do anything for Moderna.
I did it! I finally did it! My woke utopia is finally here. What better way to celebrate this accomplishment than by consuming my favorite Starbucks order? A venti iced caramel macchiato with half almond milk and half extra frothy oat milk, exactly 3.5 pumps of caramel syrup, no more, no less, 2 shots of espresso, one of them decaf, stirred 7 times counterclockwise. Yummy. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Damaging the Pride mural killed the virus. I have to be more careful in the future. This is so stressful, I have to catch my breath. Good thing there's this conveniently placed George Floyd statue I can lean on.
Come on.
Hi, I'm racist. Let me mansplain to you how a car engine works.
Jesus! At this rate, my crimes against wokeness are gonna cure the whole world. I can still fix this. Look at me, George. You're gonna make it out alive. You have to eat so you can heal. Eat this rice. Wait, what brand of rice is this? Uncle Ben Rice?
Well, I see you did it. You saved the world. Frankly, you're the last person I've ever expected to do this. I guess you're a lot smarter than you look.
I think that might be the best one yet. That just might be the best one yet. Woke 19. From now on, that's what I'm hitting people with. Y'all got the Woke 19. That was classic. I got more funnies for y'all. Let's go to the next one. People are pranking their grandparents with national broadcast emergency. Let's go to this next one. I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
When you hear that, that's a signal. That's letting you know it's finna be.
Say this is not a test. The U.S. government has issued a national
emergency alert system has been activated. This is a national emergency. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. Important instructions vital to your safety will follow.
We about to go to war.
That's the fuck
they in America.
Man, it's finna be a fucking attack. I don't know where the fuck they are. I don't know where they at, but it's about to be a fucking attack. That's what they that's a signal.
We got to attack too.
They let everybody know that's shit.
The message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. The United States has been subjected to a nuclear attack. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of 12 nuclear missiles aimed towards the mainland United States. 4 of the 12 missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining nuclear missiles will strike the following locations in the next 15 to 20 minutes: Los Angeles, San Diego, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, New York City, Philadelphia, and Seattle.
Philadelphia.
Within a 300-mile radius of these areas, everyone should seek out a fallout shelter as soon as possible. Nuclear fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks, and prolonged exposure to it will almost certainly kill you. If a nearby area has been designated as a fallout shelter, get there right away. Otherwise, seek refuge on the lowest floor of a sturdy building's interior. Make sure you have enough food, drink, and a battery-operated radio. Wait until
you gotta go to the police station or something?
Fuck, you can't go to no fucking police station.
The line should be kept open in case of an emergency. Tune into a station that is serving your area for more information. The president will address the nation on all radio and television stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is a national emergency.
We gotta go to war now. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew it. I blame you. Voting for Joe Biden.
Man, this is not no time to be trying to.
No. If you didn't vote for Joe Biden, we wouldn't be doing this. I told you not to vote for him.
Man, talk about vote for nobody. Need to take shelter. They tell you what the fuck to do.
Okay, hide under the bed then. Go with Joe Biden, hide under the bed then.
Hide under the bed. You got to go. You know
to the police station. Ain't nowhere to go but the police station. Where we gonna go?
Do you know when it says seek shelter? That means
the police station.
Fuck the police station. The police station can't do a motherfucking thing.
Command has detected the launch of 12 nuclear missiles aimed towards the mainland United States. 4 of the 12 missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining.
So they about to come to America, Russia here. They here.
To 20 minutes.
We got to get the fuck out of here. We got to find. See, are you listening what they saying?
Okay, get under the bed. Hurry up.
You get under the fucking bed. Seek shelter.
Under the bed. They blowing missiles and everything. The bed protect you.
What the fuck bed gonna do a motherfucking thing?
If you hiding under the bed, that's what they taught us in school. Get under the thing to do this. Hurry up. Move the bed.
We got to go find some. No, you get on the bed. Go and fucking bang.
That shit is so wrong. Do not do this to your grandparents. Somebody gonna have an aneurysm or some shit. Do not do this, okay? Please don't do this. That shit was hilarious, though. The fuck we gonna do at the police station? Fuck the police. Let's go to the Men of War. We gotta get it together. Men of War, the moment of the day, up next. Men of Order moment of the day brought to you by none other than menoforder.com, your destination for all male supplements. Let's go to the tape. Strong Dad June message of the day from none other than the Strong Dad.
Strong Dad June, day number 20, and
he got that unreleased Men of Order tank on. That's that unreleased Men of Order tank. Y'all ain't got that yet.
This message actually goes out to those who aren't on the bandwagon. We started Strong Dad June so that we could get men to stop participating in the anger industrial complex and being triggered and get them to participate in being solution minded, right? Making their timelines more about this is how we fix this. This is a solution to that. This is an example of something being better. That's why we started Strong Dad June. Now, when I look, I noticed Strong Dad June trended all month last year, but this year it only trended one day. And the majority of people who are sharing Strong Dad June this month has been women. And while I respect and I'm glad that that's happening, I am severely disappointed in the lack of men participating in Strong Dad June. How do you know? How do y'all know more about Catelyn Clark's stats than you do how to deadlift properly? How do y'all know? Why do y'all care about Juneteenth? Well, you care about what black people are celebrating, but you don't care that you're freaking fat. You don't care that you're out of shape and out of whack. As men, we need to be triggered less by what happens in the outside world. Because how the fuck can you lead anything if you're just moved this way and that way by what people do to outrage you? They rely on your outrage to go viral, and you make them go viral. Let's come back to center and remember why we're doing this. Happy Strong Dad June.
He said, y'all know more about Caitlin Clark's status than how to do a proper deadlift. Damn, strong dad.
Day number 20, and this message actually goes out to those.
Sorry. All right. Let's clear that out. Let's clear this out. We got another clip from the dating show. I got to do better with Strong Dad June too. I got to hold myself accountable. I need to participate more. Thank you for the reminder, Strong Dad. Strong Dad always, when you slipping, he always gonna bring you back. He always gonna bring you back. Let's take a look.
This man popped his balloon because he's too broke for this baddie.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping?
Yeah, Priest, 33. Hey, you look like a black Barbie doll.
Thank you.
I ain't got enough money to afford you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I go broke. And have to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Boy, I need 4-5 jobs to make you happy. Boy, you got some pretty toes too. Yeah, no.
And now I know y'all not finna zoom in on the And now is Priest someone that's your type?
I would say yes. I love your style.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes,
absolutely.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
This man popped his.
Fuck all the bullshit. Who is Blade in the background? I need the full clip. I need an explanation on this fit. Who is Blade in the background? This nigga's cosplaying Wesley Snipes from Blade, yo. He got on a full length leather Blade trench coat. What's going on? Yo, I aspire to have that much confidence. That's insane. I ain't never seen a fit like that a day in my life. Anyway, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Grifter of the Day. We speeding along because wait till y'all get to the Fresh and Fit segment of this show. Wait till we talk about Fresh and Fit. Grifter of the Day. We don't have a sponsor for Grifter of the Day. We're going to get one, though. We're going to get one soon. Right now, there is no sponsor for Grifter of the Day. Check this shit out, y'all. Some of y'all may have seen this clip. Some of y'all are going to just be absolutely floored. Look at this.
Make yourself comfortable. There's a couch over there.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. I had Cephas answer some questions from a Harvard test known as unrest. It is designed to measure someone's level of social resistance.
Social resistance.
When people like us oppose the values and policies of the dominant culture.
That's right.
And what does that have to do
Your son, he feels threatened on a daily basis. Like everything he's earned can just be taken away. He's disenfranchised. But because his life is seemingly free from all this, because he can't name it, he's internalizing it.
Name what?
Racism. I think your son's tumor was caused by racism.
I think your son's tumor was caused by racism. So we got to nominate the writers. Tell me this wasn't a comedy. Is this a comedy? This is a real show? Alex said this is the wokest show on TV. This is a real show. This isn't a comedy. This is like a real drama. So racism is causing tumors now, right? So how do you fix that? How do you fix that? If racism can cause a tumor, only one political party can fix that tumor. And apparently, it's the Democrats. The Democrats can fix your tumor caused by racism. But how, you may ask? How? Well, let's take a look.
You're a pastor.
Yes.
You write about healing through faith. At one point, you came across a woman with, quote, several visible tumors on her torso. Tell me what happened.
So at that time, I, along with a group of friends, we would go out on the street and just meet with people and pray with people and offer them food. And this lady came to us and she had these tumors. I mean, she wanted us to like feel them. And I just remember I put my hand on her and my hand just began to move. And the lumps that were there were no longer there. And she was so happy and she like went on about her day. And I never saw her again.
So you think the tumors disappeared?
I do. And this woman was unhoused. She's someone who, had been sleeping in the shelters and sleeping on the street. If I can speak a prayer.
Chat. There's a lot of things I can believe. But did this woman, Sonny, who is this woman? Cori Bush? Cori Bush said she's a pastor. A woman came to her with tumors. She laid hands with her. She laid hands on her and the tumors went away and she walked away. Now I gotta ask you, is this comedy? Because I just want to laugh. Is she serious? This woman, I just lack faith, right? It's me. Did this woman just claim to have the powers of the great Yehoshua, aka Jesus H. Christ, Joseph and Mary's son, the Son of God, the Messiah? So racism causes the tumor, but Cori Bush could make that shit go away in minutes. Her hand just moves. Sonny said, no, she's dead ass. Sonny, there's no way she's serious. What type of flim flam is going on? 2024 is not real. This year, this is not real. This is she's a pastor and a see when people talk about how certain individuals raise their status in life and they get, millions of followers and all this massive success. Sometimes the reason is because the motherfuckers is some hustlers. Some big time scammers. Now, I can't say she's a scammer because she didn't charge the lady anything, but I feel like I'm being scammed because now am I supposed to believe she got the healing hands? If she got the healing hands, why is she not on a healing tour?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You should be on a healing tour. Everybody should be lined up outside her door like, look, I got a little situation. I need you to help me out with. Cori Bush lay her Democrat hands on you and you walk away happy. So that's left-wing grifters. Now we got to talk about the right-wing grifters, the so-called conservative grifters. Sonny Johnson's favorite conservative, black conservative, Candace Owens. Now, yesterday, we went to Candace Owens' Twitter timeline to find out if she made any comment about Juneteenth. And we found nothing. But then this clip surfaced. Let's take a look.
So Morgan Freeman, everybody knows Morgan Freeman, mostly because I guess if you're like me, you just want him to eulogize your funeral. Well, he's made his way back
all right,
into the news because one thing that Morgan Freeman has always been a stalwart on is the top.
Wait. You would want Morgan Freeman to eulogize your funeral, not, voice your conscience, not be the voice for your commercial, your funeral, not the birth of your child, not life, death. Death is what you think about when you think of Morgan Freeman. All right, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. Let's continue.
Topic of race, he has always affirmed the reality that it's clear what is happening is divisive. It's always black versus white. They're constantly trying to make black Americans feel that they are somehow different and apart from the rest of Americans. And really, that is the story of Juneteenth. That is how we got here. Following the BLM riots, it was just a little pat.
What? Did she just compare Juneteenth to BLM? All right.
On the head from Joe Biden. Hey, we recognize that these riots have to end, so we're going to give you Juneteenth as a federal holiday. What an absolute nonsense. Before I tell you what Morgan Freeman is saying in this recent Variety interview that he gave, let's actually go back and listen to what he said back in 2006 in a 60 Minutes interview. Take a listen.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
Chat, don't start your shit, chat. Do not start your shit.
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
He is so correct. All of it is so patronizing. And I don't know if I'm just being hopeful, that more black Americans are beginning to wake up to it. And I think it is.
Wait. I'll be trying to give us some grace. I'll be really trying. But if we are going to follow the line of thinking for Morgan Freeman, which I actually don't have much to say about what he said. But if we follow the line of thinking, that means we have to remove the concept of blackness. And what does she say right after playing the clip? She calls us black Americans. So you missed the message. I'm going to let that slide and give you benefit of the doubt because maybe you have to explain your point. So go ahead. Let's hear you explain your point. But I feel like the message is already lost. But let's go.
On the heels of the BLM fraud that was perpetuated on society. Black Americans investing in this race narrative that they never want.
I just like to say that when Candace Owens was a never Trumper, Hotep Jesus was exposing BLM.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Say it again. When Candace Owens was a never Trumper, when she was a Democrat, I was exposing BLM. Just want to put that out there. Let's continue.
Want to go away. Truthfully, they never want to go away because they need to keep Americans separated and warring with one another because God forbid we come together and we look up and we go, wait a second. The real issue is government. Obviously, the issue is government, and they are trying to further enslave us by different isms, sexism, racism, keep women hating men, keep men hating women, keep black people hating white people. It is all so boring, and it is why I use my platform to stand up against it by saying I do not want anything to do with Juneteenth. I call it ghetto. I call it backwards because it's something that was just.
What? Wait, what? What? She's like a walking contradiction. She just said they're dividing people, right? You know what she said?
Because God forbid we come together and we look up and we go, wait a second, the real issue is government. Obviously, the issue is government, and they are trying to further enslave us by different isms, sexism, racism, keep women hating men, keep men hating women, keep Black people hating white people. It is all so boring, and it is why I use my platform to stand up against it by saying I do not want anything to do with Juneteenth. I call it ghetto.
This is how you bring people together? By calling Juneteenth ghetto? It doesn't make any sense. If government is the problem, how did Juneteenth become the issue in ghetto? Why didn't you call the government ghetto? Why does Juneteenth have to be ghetto? Where is the unifying words? You have denigrated a holiday that Black people enjoy, but you just said you wanted to unify people. This is like a third contradiction here.
Because it's something that was just given to us as some sort of a prize that really does nothing. Another day off of school, I think that's the last thing that Black Americans need.
Hey, I disagree. As the least amount of time we spend in school, the better. She's wrong there. Kids don't need to be in the school. That's where all the indoctrination shit is happening. So I disagree on that front. Shout out to the people that had Juneteenth off yesterday. Lauren said, bitch, ain't you from the ghetto? Yeah, apparently she was. Yeah. Sonny said, stop acting confused. You know what she's doing. Well, she's trying to placate to her base, right? This is part of being a Black conservative. You have to hate anything that Black people love. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you consider the horrific literacy rates. I mean, Black American children are virtually illiterate. By the way, all American children are virtually illiterate. We need to start seeing ourselves as American. Well, Morgan Freeman, that's exactly what he sat down and said in a recent Variety interview. He said, quote, I detest it, referring to Black history. The mere idea of it. You are going to give me the shortest month in a year and you are going to celebrate my history. The whole idea makes my teeth itch. It's not right. He also said, my history is American history. It's the one thing in the world I am interested in beyond making money, having a good time, and getting enough sleep. Amen. I've never had my teeth itch, but I like that expression. I'm going to start saying that when things make me upset. This makes my teeth itch.
A million people watch this shit. That's why motherfuckers can't read, because they be watching shit like this. All the people that can't read be watching that shit. And the thing is, I feel like she's taking Morgan Freeman's words out of context because he's kind of right? The issue is that if you taught American history, you wouldn't have to teach Black history. The problem is when we teach American history, or when the Rockefeller education system teaches American history, there is an omission of Black contributions or involvement, events in that history, unless it's got to do with being a slave and being massacred. There's a huge omission of Black people in that history, which is why Carter G. Woodson created Black History Week, which turned into Black History Month. Now here we are. We have a Black History Month. But that's the only reason why it doesn't exist. That's the only reason why it exists is because nobody recognizes. I mean, the average person on this planet couldn't tell you much about Black history outside of Martin Luther King Jr. They couldn't tell you much about African history. Ask somebody to name one African empire. Just one. The majority of people can't do it. Educated people, people who have taken time out to or watch this show or watch Shaka, they can name at least one African empire. Many people can't. So that's why these things exist, because there's been an omission of black people from history. There's been like a complete deletion, like we didn't exist. But again, you took time out of your platform to denigrate a holiday? Like, this is the hard-hitting journalism we doing? All the blacks are celebrating holiday. They gave the blacks, they keep giving black people stuff. They gave the blacks a holiday. The country's going to shit. Oh my God, we got another day off. Who complains about having a day off? All the shitty ass holidays in this country, and Juneteenth is where you draw the line. Progressive blacks were erasing black Southern history. There you go. This is crazy. Hard-hitting journalism. Hard-hitting journalism. Anyway, let's get to what I wanted to get to on today's show. This is where we are going to expose Fresh and Fit. So this came across my timeline today. Now, you guys remember yesterday we were talking about Schneeko. And Schneeko came into our Twitter spaces. Goldstein put out a little bit of cheese. He put a little cheese in the trap. And Schneeko, he smelt the cheese and he came scurrying along and landed in the trap. But he came scurrying along because he didn't know it was a trap. He didn't know that he was in over his head. This is a young kid. And I want the best for Schneeko because he's a young kid. So today, I see this on my timeline. People are tagging me. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing Minister Inky. Me and Inky spoke for 2 hours. If you're a member, you got access to that. Part 1. Part 2 is done already. Part 1 is edited. I'm going to post that for everybody else. But part 2, members only. You guys will get that. If you're on my locals, you'll get part 2. Great conversation. But today, this pops up. It says here, Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. He says, the people in Andrew want this, so I'll kick it off. Who is Andrew? Who's Andrew? Anyway, he says, I guess he's talking about this Andrew. Andrew Wilson, Paleo Christ Con. Let's see here. Who is this guy? So Andrew is Paleo Con, blood sports debater, Christian husband, father, host of The Crucible. Okay. What the fuck is a PaleoCon? I don't even know what this stuff is. Anyway, he says, I challenged Tariq Nasheed and a partner of his choosing to debate me and Andrew on the topic of white supremacy in America and the oppression of blacks, allegedly. Time to put this topic to bed once and for all. Now, Tariq Nasheed was debating Myron, Tommy Sotomayor, and Schneeko. Even Tommy said they were getting their asses whooped in the debate. So I hadn't seen this, and then I got tagged in a series of tweets. And Gary the Numbers Guy enters the conversation. So Gary says Tariq Nasheed is a dumb coward. He doesn't want any smoke and will run from this, right? He says Hotep Jesus wants smoke and is a smart dude, but he doesn't have enough clout for the major leagues. And why are y'all talking about me?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
But you're talking about me. Let's go back. So we scroll down, and here's one of Gary's students. He says, Hotep's done more than Tariq ever has. I don't think it's close, actually. Why doesn't he have enough clout? So Gary says, Hotep only has one big platform on Twitter. His YouTube is below 100K. Y'all, we got to get me over 100K. I guess that's the mark. I guess you get clout after 100K. Hit the subscribe button. Okay. Guy wants to be my manager. Schneeko didn't even know who he was. Had to text details. So Sneagle didn't know who I was, but Gary's texting them about Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus?
He said Hotep is very smart. Tariq, as dumb as they get, has a much bigger name. Flashbang, Garrett Pat says Hotep is an OG and would be a higher IQ conversation. Tariq talks in circles and is willfully ignorant of the J's. And then Gary takes some screenshots and says Tariq Nasheed has over 200,000 followers on subscribers on YouTube. I only have like 89,000. So I don't have enough clout for this debate. Right? And I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not in the major leagues, I guess. I'm not up there. If we're going by the numbers, I guess I don't have enough. Right? Tariq Nasheed enters the fold and he says, I have already destroyed you and your colleagues in a debate. Now, if you want another intellectual spanking, that's going to cost. So get your bread up and then holler at me. Start saving your coins. And he posts 65 cents a day. Call now to sponsor a child. Okay. So they said Hotep Jesus doesn't have enough clout. I'm going to read some super chats and I'm going to ask the chat after this next clip I play if you think I have enough clout to be a part of this debate. Shout out to Melissa Reed for becoming a member of the channel. Jabari Judas says, dude got $1,500 product cargoes on. I recognize game. Jabari said, if she's a pastor, she must heart Israel, right? Here we go. Rudy said they don't teach real history, period. They teach the lies, moon landing, Vietnam, 9/11, woke 19, not paperclip, Mockingbird, Jekyll Island. All lies. Yeah. Matthew Aaron, $10 super.
Oh, this a real hotel.
Rudy hit us with the $20 super. Thank you, Rudy.
Oh, this a real hotel.
He says your interview with Inky was great information. Looking forward to part 2. We got a lot coming with Inky. Just stand by. Stand by. Ryan said, I was thinking you should have more followers. Could be what you talk about. You know, the Hotep Nation is an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. Now, I don't have enough clout for Fresh and Fit, but I have enough clout for InfoWars, Gutfeld, the #1 show on late night TV, and Joe Rogan, but not enough for Fresh and Fit. So let's take a trip back into time. Let's roll back the time machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to this clip here. This is June 29th, 2021. And it says the most replayed. You know, there's this feature on YouTube that says most replayed. I'm going to click the part of this episode that says most replayed. And let's see what this is.
All right, fair enough. All righty. Hotep Jesus in the house. Okay. Let's get it. All
okay.
right.
This is Hotep Jesus' Instagram. Hey, there we go, Rogan. Okay, you got some clips from us.
Okay.
All videos. Okay.
Can you put it bigger like you did before? Like
yeah,
it's
sure,
hard
yeah.
for us to see it. Like
Oh, yeah.
All right, back to talk, Chris.
Yep. That's it.
Cool. So, ladies, smash or pass?
Can I go first?
Go.
Okay. I'm going to say smash because he said I better be ready to come when I get there. So I already know it's guaranteed.
Oh, Lord.
Nigga. She said, can I go first? Can I go first? Can I go first? It's a smash for me. Okay? This is the most replayed part of the episode. And she said because I would give her an orgasm. Now, why did she say that? We're going to come back to the most replayed part of this. Okay? I'm working on the thirst traps, Lauren. So I'm going to come back to the most replayed. We first have to go to this section. It says a woman's orgasm is not important. So let's go to that timestamp.
Did you have something, Wendy? I saw you wrote down something.
Yeah, I do have a few questions, but I'm not going to ask all of them. I do want to ask about the orgasm part. I understand your side, right?
Mhm.
But you know, I can have a man that provide for me. I'm not going to say me. I'm not going to put myself in the picture.
Sure.
But you can have a man that provides for a woman, and women have sexual needs as well. And so when I understand your part, like, okay, let's have quickies. These quickies are for me, the man, right? But if you really don't give a fuck about the woman's pleasure, right, there's going to be a sexual
I'm saying
disconnect.
it's extra credit.
It is extra credit, but it's still very important in a relationship. I know shit. I tell my man, like, if after a couple times,
You can still
I
get
got
an
blue
A.
balls, bro. Like,
The
when's
point
my
I'm trying to
turn?
make
You know
is
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
still
Like,
get
this
a-
is important to me too.
What I'm saying is that you could still score 100. The making her orgasm gets you a 105. It's still A plus no matter what, but it's irrelevant. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, if you really like the girl and you want and you care about the length of the relationship, I feel like having her orgasm as well not only is pleasing for the average man, because you know you unique, you don't care about that stuff, but
A lot of guys don't care about it. They just I'm just voicing their opinion.
okay.
I care.
Yes.
Wait, Hotep, how do you feel about this? Do you
Care about a
enjoy
woman's-
making a woman bust or not? You don't give a shit.
She got to come before I do.
Oh,
My
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Thank you, Alex. Now, I want to rewind it. Everybody saw the reaction, right? I want you, this time I'm going to rewind it, and I want you to watch Myron. Watch Myron when I answer. Just watch Myron.
That's a part of the game as well.
Did you have something, Wendy? I saw you wrote down something.
Yeah, I do have a few questions, but I'm not gonna ask all of them. I do want to ask about the orgasm part. I understand your
My bad. Hold on.
I gave you great sex. Would you still?
Right here. Hold on.
Okay.
I care.
Yes.
Wait, Hotep, how do you feel about this?
Watch Myron.
Do you
Care about a
enjoy
woman's-
making a woman bust or not? You don't give a shit.
She got to come before I do.
Oh,
My
If a girl
I
like multiple too. Like if she like comes.
That's what I
multiple
said.
Times, then
Bro, that's what I said loud.
Myron,
but
just say you can't.
it make the experience better.
What was that?
Okay, so it's
He said, damn, AJ was sitting on this video just in case.
Hotep, you're a genius. Hotep Jesus.
You know, I be sitting on shit. I be waiting for niggas to try me. I let everybody chill. I just wait for you to try me. And I never unload the full clip. This is just a preview. I come from the hip hop world. I know how to handle beef. This is just a preview. I'm just getting started. I got more in the clip. But you saw Myron's reaction. Everybody saw Myron's reaction, right? Now let's go back to the most... not enough clout for Fresh and Fit. I don't have enough clout for Fresh and Fit. Let's go back to the most replayed part of the episode.
Hey, there we go, Rogan. Okay, you got some clips from us.
Okay.
All videos. Okay.
Can you put it bigger like you did before? Like
yeah,
it's
sure,
hard
yeah.
for us to see it. Like
Oh yeah.
All right, back to the talk, Chris.
Yep. That's it.
Cool. So, ladies, smash or pass?
Can I go first?
Go.
Okay. I'm gonna say smash because he said I better be ready to come when I get there. So I already know it's guaranteed. Right?
Oh,
So just so we know. Just so we know.
Okay.
He said I'm gonna have
All
a
right.
good time.
That's what's up.
Okay, ladies, go ahead. Phil, trust me, he can take criticisms if you
The
say
good thing
no.
is
It
he's
ain't, he
here in
ain't gonna
studio,
cry.
so you can feel the energy too. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
he ain't gonna say no.
Yeah. But can you scroll up again?
Yeah, sure.
All the way up. Okay. So if I were to look at the Instagram, I would say no. just because I see what you do, but I don't know about you and who you are. There's also not enough pictures of you on the story is different. I see you. Okay. On the little highlight thingies.
The post.
Yeah, those give
Why
more
they smash her
information.
pass, goddammit?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just giving like feedback. But okay, so on here, no, but your mindset is different. You know, you would have to be in person for women to not say no.
Smash your pass, Wendy.
Yeah, there. Pass
Get
from
back.
the,
Okay,
from the
cool.
Instagram. Based on the Instagram.
Cool.
Thank you.
This is gonna be not based on the Instagram, but yeah, like your energy and just I feel like you guys have a good day.
Hey, that's your intention.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You think I have what? Good what? What did you say, ma'am? Now, keep in mind, this is the last time I was ever on Fresh and Fit. This is the last time I was allowed to come back.
I didn't hear that.
Oh my
Okay.
Loki.
Yo, womanese in plain sight.
You're
I feel like she has
for
some
that.
good dick.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Fair enough.
Awesome. So that's a smash. All right.
Okay.
And then
Pass.
why?
Because probably my boyfriend is watching this.
Oh, that's a smash, low key, but she gotta keep it. Okay,
Fair
cool.
enough. What about you?
Smash. You got dope energy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right.
All right. There you go. Next, we got J Hall or
J.
You see it, Spotless? Spotless, did you peep? Did you peep? Huh? Did you peep? Huh? Did you peep? Now, what happens later on? Hold on.
So 50 Cent.
50 Cent, you know, and then when she sang, I was like, oh shit, Shorty could flow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So and she picked the right song and everything.
Yeah, did sis.
Yeah, so
50
I'm like,
Cent.
50 Cent, you know, and then when she sang, I was like, oh shit, Shorty. Yeah, so I'm
50
like, wait, is this it? Where is it?
He was letting me.
Oh, where is it?
Yeah.
You know. Clues when you look at Lou.
Hold on. I gotta find this part.
Why?
What is
Yeah,
it?
like Naruto, man.
Just give him one piece of advice. Why? Or why? One reason why you declined it so we can learn.
Okay, so just like on
His
that
body's
picture,
right.
just retwist your dreads a little bit.
Okay. Awesome.
That's what's up.
And I want to say this real fast. I went back and got the quote Hotep. I had to get it because
I think
it was
it's right
excellent.
here.
Actually saved it. He goes, "The price of freedom is responsibility. There's no fat acceptance for men. There's no loser."
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Concerns on the show.
Development for women. Like if you just literally.
So this the other chick right here. She says smash. This the other chick that says smash. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself about that. I'm looking for the part.
Actually talking to Ari and Jennifer, and I was like,
To just like be.
So I'm
50
like,
Cent.
50 Cent, you know, and then when she sang, I was like, oh shit, Shorty could flow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So and she picked the right song and everything. So I'm
50
like,
Cent.
so I'm
50
like,
Cent.
it's somewhere around here.
oh, but that's what we enjoy because
I'm harsh on everybody.
Where is it? Here we go.
Boo, that's
Here we go, right here.
Shine, girl. Time to
Let's go
shine.
fresh.
so I'm gonna sing this.
No,
Taka-
no, nigga, not me. I'm
Right
gonna
here,
stutter
go.
while I sing, nigga. It's gonna be her.
So first, I want to say that gender roles are okay. It's okay to be a woman. Okay, and then I want to sing this very controversial.
And make
song.
sandwiches.
And make sandwiches. Okay, so I'm gonna sing this controversial song. Don't cancel me. Let me help you take off your shoes, untie your shoestrings, take off your cufflinks. What you wanna eat, boo? That sandwich. Let me feed you. Let me run.
You saw that? You saw her point to me while she was singing? You saw that, right?
Your bath water, whatever you desire, I'll supply you. Sing you a song, turn my game on. I'll brush your hair, help you put your do-rag on. So, ladies, it's okay to
Yes!
All right. So they said Hotep Jesus ain't got enough clout to be on Fresh and Fit. But you saw the clip and saw what happened last time I was on Fresh and Fit. I was getting picked. Now you do the math as to why that was the last time they had me on the show. No, I did not hit that after the show. I probably could have, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to say that about a woman because that's just how I roll. All I'm going to say is, I got Riz. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I got Riz. I just want to know, how is it that Hotep Jesus doesn't have enough clout to go on Fresh and Fit, but I was already on Fresh and Fit? Y'all do the math. Y'all do the math. Now, I'm not begging to be on the show. I can care less because, well, I didn't ask to be on the show. They was tagging me. Gary, the numbers guy, he tagged me. I didn't tag him. I didn't tag them. I run the Grift report. That's what I focus on. This show right here, the greatest show on the planet. Hotep's been told you tonight, also the greatest show on the planet. Tonight, 8 p.m. on Uncle Hotep. That's what I'm concerned with. But y'all tagged me. Y'all followers tagged me. And I don't have enough clout. I agree. I don't have enough clout. Because I'm not a clout chaser.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You know why? Because we talk about real shit on this show. And now, it's time for the Super Dap of the Day. Super Dap of the Day brought to you by Super Dap AI. Go follow him on Twitter, Super Dap AI over on Twitter. Then I go to phone lines. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. Something quite concerning came across my timeline. Time to talk about some big brain shit. Look at this shit. Breaking. Scientific American calls for federal homeschooling regulations. Now, I hadn't read this, but I'm like, what? So let's see what they want. It says here, homeschooling needs more oversight. Humans are causing the evolution of animals, and Voyager 1 is back to gathering data. What? In 2019, nearly 3% of U.S. children, 1.5 million, were being homeschooled, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. The number has been growing in recent decades, and the true number is likely much higher, especially since more kids started homeschooling during COVID pandemic. Why this matters. Homeschooled children have gone on to win national spelling bees, and famed Hungarian mathematician Paul Erdos was homeschooled by his mathematician mother. But most states don't require the same assessment of homeschooled kids that are required for their public school peers. Parents are not required to have an education themselves to direct instruction, and in most states, no one checks to see that children are receiving an education at all. In the worst cases, homeschooling can hide abuse. What can be done? Homeschooling should be subject to some basic federal mandates. Homeschool parents should be required to undergo a background check, the same as a K through 12 teacher. You need a background check for your own kids? This is what they want. Additionally, homeschool instructors could be required to submit documents every year to their local school district or state agency to show that their children are learning. Education is a basic human right. the editors say. We need to make sure kids have chances to investigate what makes them curious, study history and science and reading. You know what has great oversight? The current public school education system. And you know what that's doing? It's failing.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's failing. Children are not learning. They can't read. They don't know basic things about life. They're coming out indoctrinated. I'm not even going to get into the indoctrination and the culture indoctrination. We're going to put that to the side. The kids can't read. The kids cannot read. And now they start to see this massive influx. I homeschool. I'm a homeschool dad. This is a homeschool household. Hotep Nation is a nonprofit organization that supports the homeschooling community. When you donate, when you buy merch from Hotep Nation, that goes directly to the Hotep Nation bank account. I don't take any salary. I don't take any money out of that. That goes directly to Hotep Nation, and we support the homeschooling community. We just put another kid. I don't even talk about this stuff. We just put another kid into, because some kids can't afford these programs, right? So we're working with Home Hacker Camp, and Home Hacker Camp teaches kids like coding and robotics and basically tech, right? Which is very important. And when families can't afford it, they come to us for a scholarship. I don't talk about this enough. Probably should talk about it more, but it feels weird to me. Be like, hey, look how we help people. Nah, I kind of like helping people without telling everybody. To me, it's just corny. Like when you help people, either you helping people because you love to help people or what, right? Whatever. But they're starting to see that shift to homeschooling, and they're losing control of that. And now they want to have oversight so they can control your children. This comes back to, hold on a second. Let me recall. This comes out of Rhodes Kindergarten. Let's type that in. Hold on. Hold on. Not that. I'm sorry. Milner's Kindergarten. Right? Let's put this on your screen. All right, cool. So we have something here called Milner's Kindergarten, right? And a part of this, you see Lord Milner. This is out of South Africa. This is pushed by the British Empire, right? And this comes out of I believe his name is Cecil Rhodes. Is this the same Cecil? Is this the same Rhodes? So, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. All right, so you got something called the Round Table Movement. And this Round Table Movement is something that is coming out of universities pushed by this gentleman with the last name Rhodes. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, Cecil Rhodes. I had that right. Right here. So it says right here, Irish-American academic Carol Quigley believed that the Round Table Group was the front for a secret society for global conspiracy of control set up by Cecil Rhodes, named the Society of Elect, to implement Rhodes' plan to unite all English-speaking nations, and further believed that the elite of the British Empire had an undue influence on the American elite, right? So you guys should know these sources. I've explained these sources to you before. And what evolves out of the Round Table Movement is something called Milner's Kindergarten. It has nothing to do with kindergarten kids. The point is, this group was inspired at a university. Okay, it was about 8, 9, 10 of them or something like that. And I think the guy's name was Haskin. Let me see. That his name? I think it's this guy, Christopher Haskins. I think it's the Haskins family. But basically Haskins, I think this is the guy right here. And basically what he does is he has a different idea for the British Empire. He wants the British Empire to start having satellites in these English-speaking nations, and he starts creating curriculum and inspires these students to take on this ideology. And Cecil Rhodes is one of those students, and he takes the work and he starts, spreading it around the different English colonies. And then again, like Carol quickly pointed out, they could be the ones that were controlling America through this secret society. Okay. So people like to talk about the Jews, and you go look, and there's a bunch of Brits. Okay. Just straight up white men, UK, Irishmen who are, manipulating various English speaking countries. The point of the matter is, if you want to change the world, you attack the schools. You set it up in the schools. And that's what this guy Haskins realized was, I can't convince the noble class, right? The people that are born into royalty. I can't convince them that they should extend the empire out and about. So what I'll do is I'll inspire the next generation. So because he was controlling the universe at the university level, he inspired these students. These students turned around and they evolve. And that's when you start getting, like I showed you here, you start getting something like this, Milner's Kindergarten, and also the Round Table movement. So if you want to change the world, you got to start with the minds of kids. And I'm showing you that because even the secret societies, so-called secret societies, knew this. And they planted that in the minds of impressionable college kids. And that's why you see a lot of Marxist movements happening on college campuses, the Palestine, whatever, college campuses, because these are the minds that are easily influenced. And they have, they're going to be, the creators of the next generation, the creators of the future, because when they graduate, they're going to, move into corporations. And those corporations are going to have influence. So they push their agendas to the corporations. In fact, the way the British Empire grew is, the noble class didn't believe in this concept of free market capitalism as much as this group of men. And this group of men said, well, if we can empower capitalists in foreign nations, and that's how you start getting the South African mines, and you get the support of Leopold in Belgium, and he discovers diamonds. And they figured that we can just support corporations. So the corporations were supported by the government, and that's how they were able to spread their influence around the world, because people at the individual level were incentivized by the mighty green dollar. You get what I'm saying? And that's why people watch the Grift Report.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Super Dap Dapper today brought to you by Syscoin. Make sure you follow them. Super Dap AI on Twitter. Super Dap AI over on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join the group, hit the Telegram link in the description box below. We talking all that money stuff there. Let's go to the phone lines. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. I'll be right back after the short commercial break.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
We are back. Did I miss a super? It's like they cap you. There's no excuse to not talk to you. Thanks, Fresh Mike. Jabari said, this Asian Christian missionary just asked me, do you know Jesus? Said, yes, I'm watching him right now.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go right here. Let's get Goldstein in here. Let's talk to Goldstein real fast, see what he got for us today. Yeah. So Cecil Rhodes was also involved with the Rothschilds. Yeah. I want to find this other cat for y'all too.
Call from Murphy's Law Rescue.
Yo, Goldstein. Happy Hotep Thursday, bro.
Happy Hotep motherfucking Thursday.
Yes, sir. You see all the shit you done started up?
Yeah.
This is all you're doing.
Man, this shit's stupid as fuck. First, I want to start by saying I am a firm believer in the fact that outside influences that fuck with your emotions can also fuck with your physical health. So,
yes.
Do I believe that racism can cause cancer? Yes.
Yeah.
However, the only solution to it is to not be a bitch about it.
Correct.
All right. So if you have cancer because of racism, that's because you're a hoe. You need to be less of a hoe, and the cancer will actually go away the less hoe vibes you put out into the world.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Facts.
You know? So I'm not too quick to write off that little parody ass comedy. You know what I mean? I just don't like their angle, because if you're sitting here trying to fucking work the world into some fucking image that we all know could never exist as long as there's human beings, like I'm trying to get rid of racism, or I'm trying to get rid of hate or world hunger or poverty. These are just part of the human condition, right? So if you're working towards something that can never be eliminated, that too can also give you fucking cancer. Okay? So just relax, chill the fuck out, don't be a hoe.
Right.
Now, as for Candace fucking Owens is a goddamn idiot, and I've gone on record as saying this a number of times, but nothing illustrates that quite like that clip you just played.
Okay.
Because you say you agree with Morgan Freeman's worldview that the only way we get rid of racism, which also is an impossible feat, so Morgan Freeman is living in La La Land and he might get cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way we get rid of it is to stop talking about it. Right? This bitch built her whole goddamn career off of talking about it.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Exactly.
I believe the Blexit movement is the Black Exit movement. That's what the Blexit is short for, Black Exit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You know, that can't exist if you have the same worldview as Morgan Freeman, Candace, right? Neither can your position at TPUSA. So I'm just saying.
Her DEI
right?
position?
That's right. Because in order for that DEI position to have even been available, it predicated itself upon people seeing race. You know? So a lot of your advancements in life, Candace, came as the fact that you are black, and whether they be positive or negative, you can't discount that.
Right.
Now, as far as Morgan
That's an
Freeman's
excellent
take,
point, though. That's an excellent point. She
Man.
did make a career off of talking about racism. Yeah.
That's it. And to this day, to just yesterday's fucking podcast, still doing it.
Right.
So, Candace, shut the fuck up. As far as Morgan Freeman's point, just don't talk about it. There's only 3 goddamn things you get when you come into this world from wherever you come. Right? Pause, by the way. But wherever you come from, there's only 3 things you bring into this world from there with you. That's your humanity, because you could have been a fucking gorilla. You could have been an armadillo, right? But you came with humanity. So that's the most important. You came with your gender, which is the second most important. And then you came with your race. Everything else you get after you get here. But those 3 things come from the fucking ether. So they are very important and they are very necessary, and we have to talk about them.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Now, I don't know why, because I don't, I'm not living on that side of the equation. I'm not living in the ether. I'm living here. So I don't know why these things come with you, but I know they do. And they are that way for every last human fucking being on this planet. So to just write one of those things off as if it's non-important, you're doing the first 2 things that you came in with a disservice, your humanity and your gender. Right? And that's my take on Morgan Freeman's take. And anybody else who wants to, race doesn't exist.
I feel like with Morgan Freeman, we're hearing his opinion on a subject without further inquisition. Like, it's just like there's not enough follow-up, and nobody's asking him the right follow-up questions. And we never hear more than this surface level take on race. And I feel like he has something deeper to say, and we never get to hear it.
That is quite the possibility. That's why I'm not really willing to write him off and just be like, oh, you're just one of them talking ass motherfuckers. I don't think that's the case.
I mean, but he keeps giving us PR responses, right? They're so vague and so in the middle. It's just like there's more. I'd love to interview him on just that topic and really, really see where his mind is.
Yeah, that would be fucking fantastic.
But again, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Right. But that notion that you would like to interview him, that brings me to my third take, because out of the motherfuckers that were named, Fresh and Fit, Tariq Nasheed, and yourself, I can almost guarantee that he would go to you for the interview before them other fucking idiots. So that's clout for you.
Damn.
And the funny thing about clout is this. There's a floor, of course. I could never get on Fresh and Fit because I have 0 clout, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely a minimum. But what most people don't take into account is that there's also a fucking ceiling, right?
Yeah.
And if you find yourself outside of either one of those parameters, then you don't have enough clout for Fresh and Fit. For instance, Obama doesn't have enough clout for Fresh and Fit. They would have to chase him down to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Which I'm almost certain would be a no. Why? Because he is past the ceiling. So he doesn't have enough clout for them, of course. That's the funny thing about clout and what is enough and what ain't enough, is that people only want to see that you don't meet the minimum requirement, but sometimes you exceed the maximum requirement.
Yeah.
And that's why you're on the outside of the Fresh and Fit circle right now, in my opinion.
That it's not that I'm on the floor, I'm in the ceiling.
Right. You passed the ceiling. You passed their maximum level of clout. Right? They would have to come looking for you because they're no fucking gut fail. That's for sure. They are no fucking Joe Rogan. That's for sure. But you've been on both of those. You've been on Tim. They're no Tim. That's for sure. Right? So if you are gracing these shows that are far superior to some fucking idiots who want to talk to strippers from the Miami Strip, and they're probably luring them in there with all kinds of fucking nonsense. It's not like these bitches are fucking knocking the door down because I'm pretty sure some of those bitches could have left with Drake or some fucking weirdo like that.
Yeah.
But they chose Fresh and Fit. So if this is what their show is about, it's only moving the needle in a very small segment of the populace, whereas all those other shows, they move the needle in a variety of different pockets in this country.
Correct.
And if they're looking for you, then who the fuck is Fresh and Fit? And then there's Tariq Nasheed, who, with all this FBA garbage, needs to be on a goddamn terrorist watch list. All right? The only reason he has any fucking clout is because you can get it just as easy from pissing people off as you can from building any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Maybe even easier.
Yeah.
And that's all he's ever done. From all the way back in the day when he was rapping about weird shit that probably to this day is the reason he's on the FBI watch list and why they have him as a fucking mouthpiece. Because I'm almost certain that this nigga has pending cases somewhere out there in LA.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
So,
here we go.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
I appreciate you, bro.
One more thing, real quick. Yeah. Right? If Sneeko ever wants to reach out and become a Hotep, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's to me, whether it's to you, whether it's to fucking anybody in Hotep Nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell that nigga he don't have enough clout for that.
Oh, this
That's
is
all
real
I got.
Hotep brother.
All right, Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
They said, I don't have enough clout. My YouTube subscribers ain't enough. Gary said he started his YouTube channel after me and has 3 times the following than me. Gary, the numbers guy, said. Well, I'm happy for you, Gary. Good for you, buddy. You've done great for yourself. You've got a channel 3 times bigger than Hotep Jesus. That's good, man. I'm really fucking happy for you. I do want to answer the question, though. Because I said, would Hotep Jesus partner with Tariq Nasheed in his debate versus Myron? So I want to answer that question, and the answer is very simple. Tariq, I'm ready. I will definitely partner with Tariq Nasheed, and I don't even do the white supremacy thing, but for the sake of clout,
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
The sake of the grift, I am there. Just let me know, Tariq, and I will partner with you, and we will thrash Myron and his buddy. Sonny Johnson, welcome to the show. What's up, sis?
You know, making me listen to that Fresh and Fit joke just killed my sisterly spirit. You know that, right?
Why?
Because it's like sitting around a thirst trap of whores, and they all trying to hit your brother. And you know what I'm saying? And it just make you feel icky. And then you look at a couple of them and you want to let them try just so they can get their heart broken. You can laugh, but you know that's off girl code. You're putting me in a bad position, bro.
I just wanted people to see why I'm not allowed on Fresh and Fit anymore.
Yeah, that's why you're not allowed. I'm gonna go with Goldstein on this one. The intellect you bring exposes what they are. So yeah, you're not gonna be on Fresh and Fit, right? And I would say I'm glad your ass don't go on Fresh and Fit no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that ain't the area you in. I love your intellect. I love your conversation. I love your domination of subjects that other people don't talk about.
Thank you.
That's where you fucking shine. Let them little cave dwellers stay in their area and do what they do, and you continue to do what you do because what you do is fire. So I'm guessing all the people in Hotep stand appreciate you for that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, this real icky. Ugh. All right, but I want
But that information doesn't get the click, Sonny. My intellect, it doesn't get the clout. I don't get 100,000 subscribers because, I'm sharing that real information.
Okay, low IQ people don't get you. That's good. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I work the same way. I'd rather talk to less people with intellect than have a whole bunch of dumbasses that's looking for me to be talking to prostitutes about, their body counts. Like I take the lower group. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good with that. I wanted to talk about Juneteenth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 3 years, every Juneteenth, we end up fighting with white conservatives and Republicans about Black history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did this shit for the last 3 years. And yesterday I was like, you know what? No, motherfuckers, y'all don't get this. Y'all don't get to decide our conversation. Y'all don't get to make us mad and angry and have us, nah, motherfuckers, let's play a different game. So anybody that was watching my timeline yesterday saw the fun, right? We ain't going to sit here and talk about Black history. Y'all don't want to talk about Black history, right? Y'all want us to talk about y'all. We can't talk about Black excellence. We can't talk about Black growth. We can't talk about nothing Black. Okay, cool. Let's talk about y'all. And we spent the entire day talking about white fathers and the children they have raised.
Mm.
My motherfucking timeline, my mentions. I'm sitting up here like, okay, Hotep is right about the bots, but it wasn't just the bots. I did exactly what the fuck they did with nothing but incendiary shit that had no purpose, didn't take a fucking brain cell for me to put out. And all of them came. Every single one of them came and was on my mentions and shit, crying, bitching, moaning, and whining. So it's the exact same thing that they try to do to us with a simple change of topic. We had the ability to do to them in spades, and the shit was fun. So I just wanted to bring that up because I like sharing little tidbits, especially with everybody in Hotepistan, right?
That was a masterclass too.
Yeah, I was over this bitch rolling. But you can create your own battlefield, right? Like the way everything is set up, like with the Morgan Freeman conversation and the ignorance that they're putting out, we don't have to spend our time trying to fight and debate what the fuck they are talking about. But we can still stay on subject, right? We can still stay in the fight, as a part of the conversation. And it's just about being very strategic and understanding about how we're doing it. So don't keep giving these outraged people their clicks. Stop feeding their algorithm. Figure out what the fuck they're doing and then find a sarcastic or ironic way to take it and make it a brand new battlefield. And they want us to be calling them racist. Let's make them call us racist. They want us to be angry. Let's make them angry. Every fucking emotion that they want from us, let's make sure we are making them give it to us instead. And we control the battlefield. So I promise I won't go be in none of them fights yesterday. I didn't get in a single one, but I got a whole bunch of motherfuckers' panties in a twist. I just want to leave that out there for everybody to see and understand, and hopefully the lesson spreads.
They was hot. I was looking at that shit like, damn, I wish I could have spent more time on the timeline yesterday because, oh my God, you was tearing them apart.
And it's, just how easy it was.
It was too easy.
Because all I got to do is comment on your post. Like, I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to give historical context. Ain't no book I got to read. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing.
No work at all.
Easy. And this morning I put it out on the timeline. Should I continue this? Should I keep playing this because it's easy? Or is there work to be done? And so that kind of goes back to what I was saying to you about the whole fresh and fit thing. Do you want to do shit like that because it's easy? Like, is that who we are? Are we the ones that take the easy shit? Or are we the ones that go for something bigger, go for something better? And I think our fam, our squad always goes for something better. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess if you look at my numbers on YouTube, you would say I'm below clout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have no clout, right? But y'all might want to check out Sonny's Corner on Saturday because we're gonna have Congressman Byron Donalds coming through the chat with us. So maybe my clout ain't in the right space, but when it comes to this work, is where it's supposed to be, and I hope everybody remembers that.
I appreciate you. We had a fire conversation this past Saturday on Sirius XM. I appreciate you having me on. It's absolute honor. Keep killing them, Sonny. Keep killing them.
Always. And I tell y'all going to want to check out this interview with Byron Donalds on Saturday. So if y'all got Sirius XM Patriot 125, 1 p.m. Eastern, y'all going to make sure y'all check out Sonny's Corner. It's going to be fire.
All right. We'll see you then.
And that's my grift for the day. Ha! Get it to your ass this time.
I love it. Sirius XM Radio. Sonny Johnson, Patriot Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. She's holding it down over there. So glad I met Sonny. Francisco Sanchez, salute Sonny and HJ.
Oh, this a real Hotep. Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
I'm still black pilled on everyone. As you should be. As you should be. Jabari says Con Inc. equals we freed the slaves, also Con Inc. But don't celebrate it though. Yeah, make that make sense, bro. Make that make sense. We're gonna get Spotless in here next. You know, the thing is, I'm not here to, hate on anyone's grift. Fresh might say, Hotep Jesus, it's almost like you're not getting a push from the powers that be or something. Uh-oh.
Call from
Fine.
Spotless Cronkite, what up, bro?
What's going on, man?
This nigga done hung up on me. This nigga got boomer tech. HJ going on there would encourage the dudes to step outside and they lose their following. Hey, listen, none of them manosphere dudes have me on no more because I be keeping it real. I be keeping it too real. And I don't allow niggas to be on no pussy shit. So none of the manosphere people have me on their shows anymore.
Bye.
I did one show with Rolo. That nigga, Rolo said, we can't have him back. I was cussing everybody out on his show. I was like, y'all niggas sound like some dweebs. What up, Spotless?
What's going on, bro? What's the word?
What's good, yo?
Listen, man, I wanted to say, right? So I forgot. I remember, I guess that was like maybe a year or so back, a couple years back, when you went on Fresh and Fit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking about it, but I never saw that clip.
Okay.
So that played out exactly how I expected somebody who appeared to be of his cloth to play out when there's a situation where a woman all around. And then, you know what I mean, somebody who's not of that cloth is around. He seemed to be the type that likes to intellectually bully the females, right?
Yeah.
And impress them with how smart he appeared to be. But he don't got no game, no swag, just no cool shit, right? Like, he gonna make them laugh off of how he be belittling somebody else and not just off Riz, as the kids say.
Yeah.
So that type of energy is going to be threatened by the type of the energy that's going to make the woman more comfortable and amenable. And see, like for instance, in that conversation, homeboy explaining, yeah, technically we know to propagate the species, the female orgasm isn't, you know what I mean? But are you a fucking weirdo? Like, you don't want her to have an orgasm? Like, you making a point that it don't matter? Like, what are you, bro? Like,
yeah.
Do you not take pride in your work, bro?
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, why are you making this point? And then so you said what you said, which was the obvious thing.
Yeah.
And Fit, whatever, the one with the Asian
Fresh.
baby, Fresh. He he like, yeah, my nigga. So homeboy, he took his little sip with nothing. I bet that cup was empty. He felt just like a nervous tick.
right? So he took a sip of air. It was like, okay, I guess to each his own. He looked like he said to each his own, whatever. If you a try hard, oh, that's the shit the kids say in video games. If you a try hard, yeah, I'm a try hard with my lady, fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
So that was just like a case in point for the that was just like a further proof of what that guy appears to be. I sound like I got a lot of disdain for him, but certain people just annoy me. And I guess certain states of mind, I'll say, just annoy me.
It's different styles, right? Like, I think it's different styles. I think you got dudes who were able to get girls their whole life and dudes who weren't, right?
Right.
So I always had Riz. You know what I mean? Like, I think my Riz kicked in probably like 9th grade. I got a whole lot of Riz in 9th grade. And then after that, it was just Riz my whole life. You know, I think Myron maybe didn't have Riz in high school. So he doesn't know what it's like to be popular amongst girls.
Right.
And to have girls, you know, in abundance want him. I know what it's like to have, you know, be in a room where 3 girls are hugging on me at the same time. I know what that's like, right? I don't know if he's had that experience in high school. I had that experience in high school.
Doubt it. And,
you know,
and he comes off like he has a anger, maybe not anger, but like yeah, now I'm popping and now you like kind of like a weird Drake type energy, like yeah, the baddest bitch. Like you try to make the women do some weird demeanor shit to try to like, there's some weird psychological shit going on and that type of thing. You get money and then, you know what I mean, you're still a weirdo. So like you said, like in some of the situations I had a lot of attention since I was a little kid. Like, you know, oh, he's so cute, whatever. That type of shit. And then that carried over to adulthood. So it's just like certain things that would just be commonplace about how to, commonplace to me. It's like I say how to, like, you know, converse with women in a friendly way and even in a flirty way and all that type of shit. But it's just second nature. With some people, it's all transactional.
Yeah.
So that's it.
You know, I remember we was hanging out and it was me, Myron, a whole bunch of dudes, and Rolo. And Rolo said, you know, out of all the guys, Hotep Jesus has the most natural, pure game, right? Because
there you go.
They got some of the dudes were coming in and, you know, they're paying Myron to teach them how to kick game, right? So I'm there as Myron's guest. So I'm like, well, let me help Myron out. So I start flirting with the waitress. And she's smiling, da-da-da-da. And that's when Rolo said, like, yo, this nigga got, like, pure game. But it's just like, it's really something about just being comfortable with who you are. That's really what game is. It has little to do with her.
Right.
It just has to do with your comfort level. But I don't fit the format of Fresh and Fit because I love women. Their audience hates women. Like, the manosphere.
They got an anger towards them.
Yeah, the manosphere doesn't like women. I'm not gay.
There you go.
So it's like oil and water. Why would you bring this dude that's not going to come in and talk shit about women?
You're going to make them look corny by comparison.
I'm going to make them look.
And that's what happened. Because it's like how
do you not want to make a woman come?
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. It's because let me tell you, it sounds like I'm picking up another word from my son. It sounds like glazing to say that when you there and make them look corny.
Yeah.
But if they there in their what's the word I want to use? I guess secure environment where it's just them.
Yeah.
And the ones that they pick out and the shit.
It's a controlled environment.
They the kings of the castle. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a controlled environment.
Like they're the kings of the castle, and then they like that. But when you got somebody else come in with a different energy, probably more amenable to the woman, put the feet up. There you go. So that's just that.
So what I'm keeping in the tuck is what happened after the show. Because after the show, we all go out to eat with the girls. I'm holding that on tuck.
That's when all the real shit comes. That's when the real shit
starts.
All that talk, go out the way. I don't want to hear it. None of the ain't no microphone.
Ain't no microphone, no cameras.
Yeah, we just live in here and you being. I already know how it went down. You don't got to say nothing.
Listen, I'll tell y'all at HotepCon. I'll tell y'all at HotepCon what happened after we left the show.
And
We'll keep that
I
in the
missed
tuck.
that. I missed yesterday. Homeboy who got sneaked. Sneeko.
Oh, Sneeko, yeah.
He was in the Twitter space. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back and check that.
Yeah, go watch that. Crazy
Yeah,
episode.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Peace. All right. So y'all do y'all thing. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna keep listening. I ain't gonna hold it too long.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
All right. What's up?
Yeah, Rolo's cool. Rolo's cool. Rolo's chill. Yeah. It's my guy. He be bugging sometimes. He be having catty fights with women on the internet and shit. That shit, I can't co-sign that shit. Other than that, Rolo's pretty cool. Jabari, stop it, yo. Stop it. Oh, I read that one already. Okay, I think I saw that before. Okay. Let's get Rudy in here. Yeah, that is true on Rom Life.
Call from
He was acting mad fetish when I did the he was acting like a fed when I met him. Rudy, what's up, bro?
What's good, man? The only good advice you're ever getting out of any of those dudes on the manosphere is to work out and try to chase some money. But see, the thing about those dudes in the manosphere, they need money to get the girls, man. Like, they got no game, nothing attracts them. Like, for you to say that, oh, I don't care if the girl comes or not, well, that's why Myron's old lady will stay with him for the luxury and stay with him for the money and slide over to the vet's house to get her legs quivering when he's on the podcast fucking crying about women. Because if you can't make her legs quiver, dude, trust me, she's gonna find somebody who does. That's all I got to say about that. Juneteenth, like, I don't give a fuck about any fucking. The only holiday I celebrate and go hard in the paint for is the 4th of July. You know why I go hard for the 4th of July? It ain't even about the basic meaning behind it. It's because I get to light shit on fire and blow shit up, dude. And
that's a good reason. That's a damn good reason.
That's good. So I'll celebrate Juneteenth hard in the paint if they let us blow shit up and shoot it and light shit on fire on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So I can fuck with that. But I mean, Candace, man, just when you think Candace is gonna make a turn to some deeper thought, she sticks her fucking foot in her mouth, man. So she's probably got big feet, man. I don't know about women with big feet, man. She's starting to scare me, man. She probably got big feet. Otherwise, man, great show, man. I can't believe Myron said to him, man. That's why Myron, your old lady's out right now. Somebody like my house, man, is gonna make.
I'm not gonna invade.
If you don't make their legs quiver, they ain't gonna hang out long. That dude, man, he's terrible, man. That dude's terrible. Once a Fed, always a Fed, always gonna be a Fed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that's all of it, man. That's them Fed boys, man. Ladies, you want a Fed boy, man. That's how they all think.
Yeah.
That's how they all think. Tate, all of them, that whole group, man. Oh, you got to get the money in the Bugattis and blah, 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 so we can buy women, man. Because you guys can't talk your way into them draws, man. Gotta finance the draws because you can't talk your way into the draws, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was factual, man. That was great, man. With the clout, we all know it, dude. You can go far right and get you your 1.2 million followers, or you can go far left and you can get you your 1.2 million followers, or you can sit in the goddamn middle, tell the fucking truth on both sides, call balls and strikes fairly, and just be stuck under 100K. But you know what, man? You'll have integrity, man.
Yeah.
Integrity goes a lot farther in the world and the afterlife than fucking chasing. Hurry up and buy Tim Pool or fucking Cenk Uygur and the Young Turks.
Yeah.
Tariq Nasheed, just stay in the middle, calling balls and strikes, bro. Good things are coming your way.
All right,
Get
appreciate
some men
you, man.
Get some men of order hoodies with some size to them, though, bro. You gotta look out for your thicker homies, man.
All right,
but I'm
say
out,
less.
man. Hotep and Bill, brother.
All right, yo. I'm looking for something. I want to show y'all something. Martian said Sneeko got to box me first. Yeah, Martian gonna handle my leg work. I'm not. I gotta let other people in the nation and Hotepistan, get their clout, right? So, you got to go through Martian before you get to me. Internet saying I'm the final boss, and I gotta act like it, But we have this y'all out here giving these women orgasms. That's simp behavior. I really don't understand that line of thinking. I don't. It's simping because you put a smile on a woman's face. You're a simp. Strong Dad, what's up, bro? Why is everybody hanging up, yo? I'm trying to find something. Hold on, I want to show y'all something. Oh, here it is. Found it.
Call from
Strong Dad.
Strong Dad, what's up, bro?
My bad. Yo, listen. First of all, before I say anything, let me just say, man, when I was younger, I was a weirdo. I didn't have no game. And it was crazy because women were attracted to me, but I just didn't have any game. You know what I'm saying? So I just relied on the do you like me Grift. But when I got out of prison and I'm, approaching 30 and I still ain't got no game, that shit don't work no more. And you want to know what saved my life? Y'all want to know what saved my life? Unbreakable rules of masculinity. That shit saved my life. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Bro, wow. I'm not lying. I don't buy people's books. I don't buy shit like that. I don't believe in people, and I'm smart and I'm cocky, so I would rather learn it myself than listen to anybody else do it. And just finding Hoteps, you know what I'm saying, and finding people who are like-minded, listening to you speak, I gave that a chance, and it actually worked for me, those things. So that shit is way better than any fucking advice any of them niggas have given. All of the manosphere, you could take every piece of advice they've ever given, and it does not even amount to what I learned in just that book. So
wow.
And that's real talk. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? And
I wrote that book for my sons, man. I wanted to do something, pure and
real. That was smart. Because I'm coming out of prison. I'm older, but I'm it's a tin can. I'm preserved. So in my mind, I'm still very young when it came to a lot of things, and that really did help me out.
Go get my book, Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity, right now. HotepJesus.com. Appreciate you, bro.
Facts, absolutely. But going into that level of authenticity, the reason that I stay in Hotep, because I could Hotep and build by myself anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the internet. But the reason I stay here is because of that authenticity, and I know it's authentic because people don't give you the traction you deserve when it comes to those things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're not trying to have a conversation that's going to make things better. They want to stick to the attention economy. And I in the beginning when I was trying to get my message out for felons and all of that, I was on some real shit, and I knew no one was going to actually pay attention. And Sunny let me get on her channel and talk about all that shit. And that's why I stay around Sunny's corner. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay here, because I recognize these are authentic people. She gave me a chance. She was not fucking around. You know,
she didn't say, "Oh, Strong Dad, you don't have enough followers to get on my radio show."
I think I had 1,000 followers. maybe. I think there's like 700. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she recognized the message, and you recognize the message, and they're counter to everything they are is counter to the message. And also, I don't want to see you sitting next to Fresh and Fit, you know what I'm saying, or sitting next to Tariq or anything like that, because to me, I view the things you bring to the table as an individual kind of like how Dr. Clark said, even in my daily life, I don't fuck with nobody who can't fuck with me on a level like that. I don't even sit down at the table with them unless I'm feeding them. And you're not feeding them. They're not there to pick your brain. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like it's beneath you, but I understand that the grift is strong and we need to keep the movement funded and working. So I allow for myself to be okay with the fact that you put yourself in these positions, even though if that was never required, you wouldn't. So that's kind of how I view that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of this situation was Rolo. Rolo's like, yo, what was it, Donovan? It was either Donovan or Rolo got me involved in the Fresh and Fit situation. So it's because of them that I ended up down there.
Yeah,
So shout out to those guys.
They got lucky. They got lucky. You know what I'm saying? They got lucky. You got to do some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be outside the house. That's really how and reach people. Hopefully you pull people from their audience to yours. But lastly, the last thing I'm gonna say is I don't know if y'all can't be gullible, bro. Candace will this bitch ain't gonna change, my nigga. I knew for a fact that she was gonna be a hater just like before, just like last time. She was born a hater.
She didn't take it to Twitter. She knew better than to take that shit to Twitter.
She ain't take it to Twitter because of the narrative that's spinning.
She didn't say Juneteenth is ghetto on Twitter yesterday.
She didn't do that, but she's playing a game right now. She's trying to work her skill. You remember last time I said I don't think she has a plan yet. I think she's cooking it up. I think she listened and she knows that people have no faith in her ability, think she's just a puppet, and I think she's cooking up some things. I think she's actually just trying to play the field a better way than we assumed. But I never once even thought that she would not do some fucking Juneteenth hater shit, because this is Candace Owens we're talking about. She will never come to the Hotep side, just like Myron will never get a bitch to come. That's just what it's gonna be. And with that being said, if you can't make your bitch come, get some Apex, but most certainly don't be walking outside the house thinking you're a man if she ain't laid out before you left. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
I want to show y'all something. You guys know this guy named Mike Sartain? So shout out to Phil. Phil's a good guy. And Phil, this was Hotep Con weekend, and Phil's like, yo, we're going to do this interview with Mike Sartain. And I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it, let's do the podcast. And then this shit happened.
It is. So you having a different take on that and having to question that, even though I don't know that I completely agree with all the stuff that you were saying about the 12 million Africans brought over from Africa beforehand. I still thought it was really interesting, the conversations that you had with Joe Rogan about that. What has happened since you've had that conversation? Do you still believe the same thing? Because you said before it was something you researched a long time ago. Do you still believe the same things that you believe? So just so we understand, the official.
Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm like, yo, did this nigga just bring up my Joe Rogan interview from like 20 years ago when I was talking about natives and slaves? This what you want to talk about? Look at my expression.
Agree with all the stuff that you were saying about the 12 million Africans brought over from Africa beforehand. I still thought it was really interesting, the conversations that you had with Joe Rogan about that. What has happened since you've had that conversation? Do you still believe the same thing? Because you said before it was something you researched a long time ago. Do you still believe the same things that you believe? So just so we understand, the official history tells us there's 12 million people brought over, 10 million lived, 300,000 made it to the United States. Initially, the slave trade in the United States was 40% from that, and the rest came from the Caribbean. So, and then you have a belief that was different than that.
What was the belief I had?
Your belief was that they were already here beforehand. So they're basically the trade routes from it wasn't Namibia, Ghana, from Ghana to Portugal, not Portugal, I'm sorry, Brazil, and that's where. the early African Americans or Africans came over to the New World.
Yeah. You know, you see how I'm like, yeah. Just this is 11 minutes into the interview.
The way that conversation goes for me is I like to just break it down to a very basic level. What you would do is you would take a look at
So let's just watch the clip.
No, it was Columbus to de Saint-Angel. De Saint-Angel was the he was the money guy behind Queen Isabella.
Yes.
Right? And Queen Isabella is the one who basically financed, with the help of de Saint-Angel, Columbus's expedition. But my point is, when you look at the letter talks of not bringing slaves there,
Yeah.
but taking slaves from there and coming back to Europe.
Sure.
Okay. So when people say, black people came from Africa, that is not wrong. But did you talk about the black people you took from the Caribbean and brought them to Europe?
And so your supposition is that the ones that got to the Caribbean got there before European colonization.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's based upon the letter to De Las Casas.
Sure.
Illustrated when he described these black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's from Columbus's word himself. And he took slaves from there, brought them back to Europe.
Okay.
Right? Because he was really supposed to be on an expedition for gold.
Sure.
He wasn't finding no gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because he didn't find any gold, he had to bring something back. If
Yeah.
I asked him, you better bring something back. So he's bringing bodies back. But the common sense in that is, in economies, usually it's not a one-way thing.
Sure.
Right? It's secular. Right?
Yeah.
So when you look at slavery, to say, oh, black people came from Africa, it's like, yeah, that's true. But they came from other places too.
Okay.
Right? So what we don't want to do is we don't want to omit parts of history.
Yes.
Because then you just get one side of history. We got to talk about it all, you know? And I think that's the issue, is it's so like, oh, black people were taken from Africa. Well, in that case, now we have to talk about the fact that no, what you got was sold slaves by African emperors, kings, and chieftains, right?
Sure.
So,
but you're disputing the point of sale, meaning was the point of sale in Barbados and Turks and Caicos and Jamaica, or was the point of sale in Ghana and Nigeria and places like that?
point of sale was in all those places.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
If Columbus left you at the fort, think about it like this.
Yeah.
It's old times, right? 1492
Yeah.
or some shit, right? And Columbus leaves Michael Certain at the fort.
Yeah.
As he goes and explores.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with your territory?
I'm going to go explore that territory, try to conquer that area. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the rules that you govern under your watch
Yeah.
do not dictate all white people.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We like to take history and not nuance it and just say white people did this, black people did that, and that's the end all be all. And it's just like, well, how do you explain the African presence on the island of Hawaii?
Sure.
Right?
Right.
That's on the other side of America.
Right.
And that's in the 1800s. So how long have black people been over there?
Right.
Then you talk about the black presence in the Indonesian area, right? So obviously black people, we're gonna hang near the equator. You know, we need the motherfucking heat. That's just how we roll, right? It's the truth. It's the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so I mean, that's what anthropologists though bring up, is that the reason why sub-Saharan Africans were brought over was because of their ability to acclimate to like Mississippi in the in the South, or Georgia, or Louisiana. So that's part of the reason why. But because I mean, I believe your argument was something to the effect of like, why would you bring people over? And the counter argument to that would be the Native Americans wouldn't have been able to do that level of labor. So I don't know. Again, I'm really interested in the way that you're bringing up.
Why wouldn't they? Because they weren't melanated enough?
I mean, that could be a reason.
African?
Yeah. I mean, that was the point you brought up. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I remember a time in history where those two things were synonymous.
What do you mean?
So he want to argue with this. This is what he want to argue about. I come on the podcast, he want to argue about was the natives black or not.
With the native and the African was synonymous.
You're talking
You had
about
to delineate.
Oh, you're talking about in the 15th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two things were synonymous.
Yeah.
Why were those things synonymous?
African
and the Indian.
Honestly, because we didn't even have a scientific method at that point. We just saw people as like very.
We didn't have a scientific method at that moment. So he went from the natives, Africans are brought over because the natives couldn't till the land because they couldn't bear the sun. Now I say, well, the natives were described as African, and his excuse is, well, we didn't have science. They had eyes. They could tell if a motherfucker's black or not.
They were either savages or Europeans. Kind of a binary belief. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying, like, back then we didn't. I mean, we don't have. I mean,
they were savages. Can't see skin color. They were savages.
Newton isn't, he isn't alive until the 17th century. So, like, we don't even have a real scientific.
Yeah, we didn't have Fauci, right?
Understanding. We don't have a scientific understanding of anything until probably after the French Revolution. So, I mean, I think that's why.
Here's my argument with the whole. Did black people get sold in slavery over to America, or were black people here already?
Yeah.
Here's my issue.
And I'm tapping Phil. Like, Phil, could you please change the subject?
Why is everybody putting the microscope on slavery of black people in this time period?
Yeah.
Why? That.
And now this is directed at Mike. You brought me on your show to talk about slavery.
That's my main issue.
You know how much shit I talked about on Joe Rogan?
I think the progressives do so for, like what you said before. You were talking about a victim mindset,
right?
And I think conservatives are doing so for the opposite.
Well, conservatives are talking about it because liberals are talking about it.
Sure.
Conservatives don't have an ideology.
Okay. They just believe in conservatism.
No, they just respond to what liberals do.
Okay.
Mainstream media is when we're talking about mainstream media, it is what the left does, and then the right waits for the left to do something, and then they respond to it. Okay. So you'll have a campaign with Bud Light. Now everybody's talking about Bud Light. The left would do something. Lizzo, right? You don't have an ideology as a right-wing individual.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Do you think it was always like that, or you're just talking about modern conservatives?
So somebody brought him up in the chat. So I just wanted to show you guys. You guys can go watch that full interview. But it's just like, it was like he just wanted to like argue with me about, were these people black or not? And I'm like, why does everybody want to talk about that? Like, why? As soon as you say the natives was black, it's like everybody gets pissed off. Like, how dare you say the natives were black? It's like, well, some of them was black. They were even described as black. They were described as African. Savages. So these are the people that exist, and I try to be as nice as possible. I try to be as cordial as possible and respectful as possible, even though I want to fly off the fucking handle. Like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about right now? You prefer this HJ over the Fresh and Fit? Yeah. Thank you, Sonny. 8 p.m. tonight. Hotep's been told you. Make sure y'all tune in. Shout out to my super chatters: Jabari, Francisco, Bluntstat, Red Onk, Fresh Mike, Matthew Aaron, Rudy the Vet, Melissa Reeve, membership. Shout out to Kay and Victor holding us down over on Rumble. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Uncle Hotep. Is gonna be crazy. I promise you. We got a lot to go over. See y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tonight, man. Be well, stay merry. Tell somebody your family what you love, and as always, Hotep and Bill.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right? We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year Award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me. Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through. No one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.